Hello world, I'm Carp. Welcome back to NEO Scavenger Revengeance, where we are out to kill some froggers, and we have already killed some froggers. I'm not sure, I think we've killed 3 froggers by now. But I want to kill more, I want to kill more and more of them. And then I want to destroy their whole religion, and for that we're trying to find out where their headquarters is. And I believe it's somewhere here-ish, but I'm not certain at all. So we're just gonna... Oh, it's right there! It's right there. And there is a silly frogger. Silly frogger. Time for you to die, Mr. Silly Frogger. I'm just gonna wait, see what he does. Oh, he just offers to talk. Well, we'll just advance at that point, so he'll be like, oh, what's going on? And then we're gonna stab him! And we're gonna stab him again! And again! And again! And again! And now he's dead! Like he should be. Okay, so we have killed, I believe now, 4 froggers. Oh, we're tired already. I'm going to scout around. Ooh. Looking dazed and frightened, a chubby, well-dressed man runs towards you. Might be the first time you've seen an overweight person. He grasps at your clothes as he reaches you, talking intently to the dozen. Says he's from the DMC. Some sort of adventure party, flying around on a hovercraft, but the twin engines both gave out at once. Or at least that's the story. Claims he's the only survivor and demands that you take him back to DMC. He lives inside the gates, Core City even. He'll pay handsomely. The trouble is, you know, there's no way you're getting chubby chops here back there safely. You're struggling to get there yourself. So... let's just tell him which way to go, then be on our way. Let's see what this does. He's not happy, really not happy. He demands that you help him and threatens to report you to the DMC authorities if you don't. Nice try. Last time you looked, they didn't hold much sway out here. Let him figure that out for himself. Okay, so that did really nothing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Just want to scout out the, like, extremities here. Figure out what's happening here close by. Ooh. Clean rags. Nice. And some more Cavilo painkillers. We have some of them, so let's get some more of them. Right, okay. That was nice. I don't know if this spot actually spawns froggers. Like, if we just... Oh, a roof collapse. That's not very nice. Oh no! This is the last of our whiskey. Which is not very good. So I know some stuff is going to happen at the froggers. If we go there, because this is one of those, like, choose your own adventure things that this game has. Like the, Oh, goddamn dog man! I'm just gonna run and, yep. Okay. You know what, let's go and see if we can deal with the froggers or if we're just going to die in the adventure section. Like quite often happens in this game. You go to these places and then you just die! Grassy plains ease you in as you follow the silent road. As steel skies rumble, the wind runs away from where you're headed. You pass dozens of cars turned on their side and bearing war paint, bright slashes of sky blue. And the road bends into a small patch of forest. A worn-down sign reads, Saginaw Mental Institution. From the voids left by missing letters, you make out the words, Reaching Wellness. Now all it says is aching. A clearing opens up ahead. There, a menacing building stretches almost a mile wide with impunity. You see blue frogs at the doors, armed to all hell. 2 floors, boarded windows, 1 entrance. Your choices are few. You hide behind a car and consider how to infiltrate the stronghold of a murderous cult. Well, I'm just gonna approach with confidence as a Blue Frog missionary. We have a gas mask on, we have the Blue Frog sash. Most Blue Frogs we've encountered this far have just been trying to talk to us. So, yeah, let's just approach with confidence as a Blue Frog missionary. Purpose and belonging weighs down your every step as you approach the institution's entrance, clad in the same colors as the blue frogs. The sky seems to darken the closer you get. Beneath your gas mask, you're sweating. They nod at you. You nod back. It looks like the gambit worked. You congratulate yourself. You keep walking closer and closer to the doors, slow and steady like you own the place. Hold it, one guard says, raising an open hand. Password! Damn it. Rosebud, Toadstool. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, let's just say, what the hell are you talking about? The two guards look at each other. Didn't you hear? Password ideas? Damn it. That makes how many today? We need an HR. A what? You know, like on the posters in East Wing. Anyway, he clears his throat. We welcome your return, brother. And they let you in. Okay. Ruin dominates the interior of the Saginaw Mental Institution. Water damage and mold claim the peeling walls. Bits of splintered ceiling, grime and smashed glass occupy every surface. Decades of abuse mark the scattered furniture. The place feels like a monstrous dead giant, and a silenced cock is sprouting a savage temple, and you're standing in its jaws. From the bright blue swaths of fabric hanging from the high ceilings to the blue frog insignia cutting through the decay, the cult has branded everything. Every so often, a far-off scream interrupts the silence. From the foyer, dark hallways extend east and west beyond broken gates. You also see a stairwell across the room. If you listen closely, you can hear a commanding voice from the east. Go upstairs, go to the west wing, go to the east wing. Leave the blue frog. Let's just go to the east wing. We can hear something from there. I believe because there's a thing that happens where we can, like, in this particular adventure thing, we can challenge the blue frog leadership. So I think that's what we're gonna do if we're here to destroy the blue frog. So let's just go to the east wing. In the lantern-lit darkness of the east wing, shadows dot between the banners like assassins. More than once you stop to make sure you're imagining things, and you're almost glad you do. You find cultists in the open rooms you pass by, standing completely still, swaying or convulsing on the floor. You reach a fork. An auditorium ends the passage to the east, curtained by more blue banners. A passionate sermon seeps through. The words are muffled, but you can't miss the apocalyptic tone. From all the rooms you pass in the east wing, only the one nearby is closed and marked with the blue frog symbol. You hear something, scratching or tapping. To the north is a longer hallway. West is the foyer and the west wing beyond. So go to the east auditorium, go to the north wing, go to the foyer, enter the locker room. I don't know what this locker room is. Let's just go to the locker room. See what that does. The emptied cabinets against the walls and those forming two short rows in front of you lend the space some semblance of being a locker room. They keep blue frog paraphernalia here. Spares, most likely. Gas masks, blue armbands and sashes, and various other treasures like detached fingers. On the far side, a blue frog gently bumps his head against the wooden boards sealing the window. The doorway leads back out into the east wing. Go to the east wing, talk to the busy... No, check your things. Let's look around for anything useful. You rifle through the cabinets. Mostly you find blue frog paraphernalia, worn from overuse and disuse alike. Some still have wet blood on them. You're surprised to find anything usable at all. Okay, like, I get the gameplay purpose of this room now, because we can check our things here as well. So if we... Before you leave the room, you take inventory of your things one last time. Hopefully nobody will spot you and kill you on sight. But from the screams you hear every now and then, that almost be asking too much. Yeah, so we could... I'm guessing we could put on the gas mask. Well, that's a much better condition gas mask. Yeah, we'll put that on. So we could find this stuff that we could put on. Yeah, oh, the sash is also not... okay, yeah, we'll put the 100% condition stuff on. Oh, right, empty that out. Oh, this is probably already used. No, it's got some condition. Alright, because do these need to be turned on? Okay, just put this stuff in the gas mask. Does the gas mask need to be turned on? No. Is it only... Do we seriously have that much charges in there that it hasn't been used up already? That's weird. Okay. And then we will go back to the east wing and... Yeah, this is, I believe, the same text. Yes, so let's go east to the auditorium. Blue frog banners draw you in as if curtains lifting on a stage. The auditorium swells before your eyes, its walls rounding out in the dark infinity on the other side, its ceilings breaching the heavens of the second floor. Hanging beneath the observation deck that circles the room, lanterns throw shadows far and wide. the center, in front of a dome structure mantled by 1,000 candles, a man in lush blue robes stands on an examination chair like it's an unfit throne. His voice is like thunder. "It was the Savior himself," the king cries, "who spoke to our founder, who told him of the return, who told him to believe, and who we believe, brothers and sisters." The crowd of Blue Frogs screams. Let's keep listening. The Blue Frog King's wild gestures punctuate his words, conducting frenzy as if it were music. You move closer. Beside the king stands a silent Blue Frog, his raven-beaked mask reflecting no light. "This world of chaos feeds its own funeral pyre," the king says. "We alone are the last bastion of clarity, built by my father, the founder, to champion this flock, persecuted only for having seen a truth the world was not yet ready for. What hells, you say? What hells do we now suffer? These are just droplets, a small wave crashing on rocks and wetting our clothes. But the flood is coming, and in the ocean of ends, only the Blue Frog will survive." You almost want to hear more. Should that worry you? Keep listening. "Remember our creed, brothers and sisters," the king preaches. Everyone says it together. "Purity hold its light in pain." You don't realize how close you're standing the king until the crowd starts surging behind you, carrying you forward in its current. The king signals the cultists beside him, and he brings out a chest spilling with thorned whips. Hands reach out from the sea of blue, begging for it. Somehow, your voice and hands join them. "As acolytes of the Church of the Blue Frog, we are protected from corruption," the king says. "Let us prove to each other how feeble is the wrath against the purity we bear." The king throws the whips into the crowd. "Let us bring out the light in each other." The next thing you know, you're outside the auditorium, battered and whipped like a tub of pancake mix. The wounds are biting. Some bleed. Most, you know, will heal on their own. But when you touch the wounds, there's a slick residue that smells something like grapes bathed in chemicals and decomposing flesh. Whatever it is, it's in your system. It's in everyone's system there in the auditorium. Blue Frogs rust past you. "Come on," one says. "The next one's about to start." Into lantern-lit darkness of the east wing. Oh, this is the same thing. So, okay, what if I then go... Lost blood, doesn't sound good. Back to the auditorium? Okay, is this the... It's the same thing. Okay, and then we can keep on listening. Okay, right. This isn't the... Okay, where was... Oh man, I don't remember how this goes. There's a way to challenge and basically get the leadership of the Blue Frogs here, so... Let's go to the north wing, see what's there. Blue banners flood the northern hallway more than any other place you've seen in the stronghold, twisting and writhing against each other from gusts of wind that shouldn't be. The smell of stagnant air turns thick. Between the dead yet unbroken fluorescents tracking the ceiling, lanterns lead your eye to a central set of doors. Cultist engravings run around the door frame and spill onto the surrounding walls and floor like a fungal growth. It doesn't sound like anyone's inside. You look around before testing the doors. They are locked. Okay, well, let's go to the west wing then. Is this the same text that we've already read before? I don't think so. Thin sheets of dust-written light cut through the sealed windows and rest on the banners. Lanterns light your steps. The rooms you pass mostly hold either mounts of medical equipment or nothing at all. Only 2 or 3 have ceremonially posed, fly-infested corpses. It's quiet here, as if sound is as unwelcome as you. A set of double doors lie the west, gated but unlocked. A blue frog symbol marks the door, slightly different from the others. Newer somehow, less angular and sharp. A regular blue frog insignia marks the door of a small room nearby. To the north is a longer hallway. East is the foyer and the east wing beyond. Okay, so... Go west to the gate door, go to the foyer. Well, let's go west through the gated doors. Ceiling-high shelves cut the long room into a series of cramped walkways, onto which they spill boxes of decaying files. As you walk through, you find other things squeezed in. Jars of dead critters, a few plastic bags of personal items beyond use. You narrowly avoid stepping on a fingerless hand. The only light in the room comes from outside. Some of the boards meant for the windows lean against the wall. Silhouetted in grey, a figure sits on the other side facing a giant amphibian-shaped mural. Look through the boxes of files, approach the figure. Let's look through the boxes of files. You shuffle through box after box, caring little for the mess and noise you're making. The blue frog sitting in the room doesn't budge, so you just ignore them. Patient files comprise most of the shelf's contents, grouping alphabetically. You find the A's, the G's, the W's. However, the K's are missing, as are the B's and S's. Whatever happened to Philip Kindred file, it isn't here. I mean, we don't really know at this point in this timeline that we should be here looking for Philip Kindred file, but sometimes these adventure things in this game just don't recognize stuff like that. A box sitting alone on a shelf, its surface black as night, catches your attention. You find the billing information inside for certain patients who received radical treatment. Many of those costs were paid for in full by Pharmacon, despite, or perhaps because of, the staggering line of zeros fattening them up. Ceiling-high shelves cut the long room. Okay, let's approach the figure. As you approach the seated figure, you see a long black hair emerge from the dim light. But your eyes are drawn up. A mural spans the wall, depicting a black, frog-like shape swimming up through a solid rectangle of blue as if surfacing from the deep. "Beautiful, isn't it?" she says. You agree, and it's only a half-light. Something about the serene simplicity of the image strikes you. "Our founder painted this not long after he started the church." Your eyes follow the more purple shades along the bottom, and the red spattering encased within it. "My name is Liza," she says as she stands up. "You are not one of us, are you?" Let's ask her how she knows. I mean, I really like, just kind of want to get to the point where we can just basically destroy their whole religion by telling that we are Philip Kindred because we are their savior, and then we're just gonna tell them that they're all doomed because they are, because we're gonna kill them all. "For one thing, you're in this room," Liza says, looking around her for emphasis. "Old records, a nostalgic mural, that, and I'm in here enough to know you're the only other soul this room has seen in a long while. But never mind that, there's something important I want to talk to you about." "Okay," you say. "Shoot." "If you're here, you've been around Michigan," she says. "Must have seen our brethren around. The crazy cult folk, and the bloodlusting lunatics, and so on, right? But how much do you really know about our customs, our values? Exactly none. What you've seen are ugly things, but there's a beautiful, noble purpose they're hiding. You know why I spend my days looking at this mural? Because it's how I see the blue frog, the truth of it, beyond the sadomasochistic rituals and bloodletting. We are a house of hope, at least we should be." You can see quiet determination in Liza's eyes. "The blue frog is a mess right now, gone astray, biting its own leg. But whatever's been done, it's nickels and dimes compared to what that man has planned. That viper comes slither into this lake, whispering in the king's ear. The king's too distracted to see it. Most of the rest are too. But the bishop, standing on his side day and night, wants to turn him away from his flock, to destroy our sanctuary, and to put us all to death. I need someone who can see that to help." Ask her what she means to do. When you ask her what she means to do, she leans in. "All you have to do is go to the Dome Auditorium and openly challenge up the bishop's purity. He's the man wearing a raven head mask, always beside the king. Do that, and the rest will take care of itself. The bishop will be exposed, the king will see the light, and the blue frog will become strong again. Of course, I don't expect you to do all this for nothing. Clearly you're here, disguised as one of us, for a reason. So if you help me and the job gets done, name it and it will be yours." You stare at her for a few moments, thinking, there has to be more to it than that, but it might be worth your while. "Okay, let's agree to help her." "Good," Liza says. "We'll talk more after this is done. For now, hurry to the auditorium and challenge the bishop. Call him out as the liar that he is. Our laws require that the challenge be met immediately. I'll take care of the rest." As you make your way out, you notice Liza hasn't moved. You ask her if she's coming. "Of course," she assures you. "But I can't enter alongside you. Now go." You step into the hall and make your way back to the West Wing. Is there something she's not telling you? Is this for real? On one hand, she seemed pretty sincere, and you're not sure what she'd gain by offering a hapless new recruit. On the other, however, you'd be putting your neck out pretty far based on her word, and who knows what the political landscape is like here. In any case, the sermon will be underway in the East Wing through the foyer, and you have a decision to make. Okay, yeah, east. Where is east? Go to the foyer. No, go to the foyer. Go to the east wing. Go to the auditorium. Keep listening. Make your challenge. You walk to the edge of the raised platform, the dome and its candles giving the king and the bishop an unearthly glow. Now is as good a time as any. "My king!" you call out, and the roaring noise dies down. "There is a traitor among us!" You see the bishop standing there, eerily calm. You look back at the doorway. Liza has just walked in. Accuse the bishop. We'll accuse the bishop, sure. You feel your arm go numb as you point to the bishop. Him! A murmur sweeps through the crowd, swelling into a roar. "Brothers and sisters!" the king tries to shout over the crowd, but it's not enough. He tries again and again, but for once he can't contain them. You look around at the cultists. You're not even sure what you're seeing. Grief, outrage, euphoria, or some twisted fusion of the three? Whatever it is, it's growing. With a mere word, you set a forest of madness ablaze, and the inferno is beyond all control. What have you done? After a few deafening minutes, the crowd finally quiets enough for the king to be heard. "Brothers and sisters," the king bellows, "the rights are clear. An accuser has sired an accused, and by our creed we shall see who is pure and who is corrupt through a trial of pain. 3 torments purify us, and 3 torments give us truth. The trial of water, of fire, and of light. From these 3 torments the accused shall choose but one. The accuser may then accept this choice, or invoke the right of one refusal and force the accused to choose from the remaining 2 torments." Okay? So, accuse, the king says to the bishop. "Make your choice." The bishop unmasks, revealing a pale-faced man with beady black eyes and short blonde hair. "A trial of light," he says. "Accuser," the king says to you, "do you accept the trial of light?" You study the bishop. Does he want this trial, or is he hoping you to veto it so he can choose the one he actually wants? He looks nervous. It could be an F. Well, let's use Eagle Eye. Few people have full control of the volumes their body speaks. What is the bishop saying? You study him for tells, but his whole body seems racked with anxiety. Then you catch a glimpse of it. A break in the veneer. A pause in his routine, like a song skipping a beat. It's an act. He only wants you to think he's gunning for a different trial. Okay, so we're gonna accept this one. I think this might be the trial that kills us, though. I don't remember. I remember, but I think there's one trial which you can survive. There's one trial which you will always die for, and one which you can survive if you're tough. So we're tough. So maybe this is the one we can survive if you're tough. Let's accept the trial of light. Yeah, he wants us to think he's gunning for a different trial, so he doesn't actually want a different trial. Wait, what? He wants us to think he's gunning for a different trial. I'm trying to figure out my way over this sentence here. He wants us to think he's gunning for a different trial. So we'll just accept the trial of light then. Maybe we'll die, maybe we won't. We'll see. As soon as you say you accept, all the anxiety in the bishop's face melts away. Okay. "The trial of light shall commence," announces the king. The blue frogs move quickly. Spotlights flood the auditorium as cultists bring out 2 electric chairs from the dome in the center. They fasten you and the bishop in your seats, the straps tied against your body, and scatter electrodes all over you. In minutes, the entire show is ready. All together, the cultists chant, "Purity, hold its light in pain." The king raises his arm to signal. "May the righteous be the victor," he says, and he lets his arm fall. Thought disintegrates in the pain. Consciousness sinks into the senses. A million invisible hammers beat down across your body with the force of vengeance, and the only thing keeping you in one piece is the unfortunate fact that life is only resilient when you wish it fragile. It stops, it starts, it stops, it starts again. The bishop has not surrendered. You looked out at the crowd, but they only want more. When the electricity starts again, you feel your bones rattle in their fleshy cage and fracture. You want to believe that holding out will work, that the bishop is about to give up, but you're almost sure that trying will get you killed. Whatever they do to false accusers, it can't be worse than this. Yeah, set your jaw and show that bastard what tough means. We are tough, right? I hope we're tough. If we're not, oh, we gotta be, because tough, we only get headbutt if we're tough as a combat option, and we got in that combat option, so yeah. Every fiber in your body snaps taut, and your senses are pushed aside in a wave of pain. The roar of onlookers sink into a watery sound. Your vision flashes patterns of red. Your jaw clenches with such force that it feels as if your teeth may split. It seems impossible for such a piercing pain to exist so uniformly across your body. In your last moments of resistance, the straining stops. You're freed from the table, but collapse in a shaking heap. When you look up again, cultists are dragging at the unconscious bishop away. The cheers run wild. They love the trial. They loved each second so much that they're the last to see the king fall to the ground, and Liza rush to help him. They keep you in a dank cell while you recover, despite having proven yourself pure. You play the events over again in your head. The king's collapse, his horrid sounding breaths, Liza coming in to help a bit too quickly, but the king only held on long enough to name her his heir, and he died clutching the church's holy book. Then they took you away. Oh crap! Oh crap! If the king's dead, that probably means we can't get the cure for the blue rot, so means we're probably gonna die of the blue rot. Okay. The hours pass. When the guards come again, you're too weak to do anything but go with them back to the auditorium. Liza now sits where the king once stood, on the medical chair. They address her as queen. The newfound silence of the crowd unnerves you. For exposing the traitor in a house, she says coldly, you have earned a reward. Name it. So we could ask for some medicine, help finding patient records, ask to be made a bishop. I do not know what we get from this thing, so let's just, I don't know, let's do storyline things and ask to help finding patient records. Liza says nothing for a minute, considering your words. To look so hard for your loved ones, even in this chaos. Parents maybe? Or grandparents? Whatever the case, it's shocking to see how dedicated you are. I'll help you find those records myself. You're not sure what she means, but you say nothing. She rises to her constituents. My children, many hardships wait for us ahead, and dawn will come only if we're prepared to meet it. Before I return, I want you all to take a good look deep inside yourselves and find out what lineage means to you, and most of all, what the blue frog means to you. The cultists drop their heads down solemnly. Liza looks at you and walks out of the room. Follow me. Liza leads you to the north wing through a set of decorated doors and into a barren room. She shuts the door behind you. Philip Kindred, she muses. Well, it doesn't matter. The blue frog doesn't need a prophecy's savior anymore. I'll make sure of it when I destroy the old order. Still, a deal's a deal. She seats you at a table. It's your memories you really want, isn't it? Then your only shot is regressive hypnosis, or what the idiots call the remembrance ritual. It might not work, it might only half work, or it might just make you whole again. You can hardly believe it. Who you are, what happened to you, it could all be moments away. Are you ready? She clears her throat. From a hidden compartment in its center, she pulls up a light-mounted metronome. Focus on the light. Focus on my voice. Okay, from a hidden compartment in its center. In the center of what? Her throat? What? The light clicks with each soft flash, rhythmic, folding 2 clicks between your heartbeats. You feel your body ease. You don't even intend to drift away. White clouds blurring, decay waning, rising murmurs from the click, 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 click. Saginaw, a lifetime ago, alive with patients and staff. The entrance foyer, a reception desk, nurses with hair extensions and powdered noses. A man to the left in a dress shirt under a blue hoodie. A man signing pre-admission papers for patient Philip Kindred. A man signing as Bertrand Faris. A man looking up. A man without a face. White clouds again. Teeth on leather. Pain and everything. Pain and nothing. Are you awake? You hear Liza ask as your eyes refocus on the present. I won't ask you what you saw. I don't really care. I'll only say that whatever memories you found, they're likely distorted, so don't take them as is. This is all I can do, Liza continues. That, and give you this. Liza opens the blue frog Colt's holy book and tears out its last few pages. Take these. They're what's left of your patient files, and we don't need them anymore. Now come on, there's one last thing you need to hear. You walk with Liza back to the auditorium, folding the loose pages under your clothes. She ascends the central platform, poised to address her flock. It's done, Liza says. From coldness, her voice turns severe and commanding. As queen, my duty is to strengthen our house, and today Its greatest weaknesses are its most barbaric practices. My children, pain is not a gateway to purity, only to more pain. Purity is loyalty, and it is survival, and it is serving something greater. Because of this, she goes on, instruments of the old regime have to be uprooted. Sadistic practices are crimes, and crimes deserve punishment. The bishop, Edward Kincaid, has escaped, but justice will find him. Justice now finds you. Liza turns to you. For your crime of turning against a fellow blue frog, invoking the right of challenge, righteous or not, I have no choice but to banish you from the church. Your deed will be remembered, your name will not. And just like that, they drag you out. You walk away from the Saginaw mental institution with some confusion. Were you made an example? Was Eliza threatened? Maybe breaking ties with you was a favor? Despite everything that's happened, it looks exactly the same as when you arrived. The stronghold shrinks in the distance behind you, but the colors of the cult refuse to recede from memory. You stop dead in your tracks when a scattering shadow appears before you, dissolving its formlessness from thin air, making and unmaking itself along its fringes. Below a pale mask on what looks like its head, a bronze light burns, and there is fury in the light. With a movement no human body could make, the wraith hurls something at you, then vanishes. You nearly fall back at the force, but you manage to stay upright. You look down. It's a crumpled gas mask with a broken beak. Okay, so is this the bishop? No, that's Queen Liza. Okay, well, we're gonna kill her, but before we do that, we're gonna see if there's anything in these pages that we can do with, so we're gonna use it. You look at the pages from the Blue Frog book. 2 of 3 are pure drivel. On the third, however, is an old drawing. Within the solid blue rectangle bounding a frog shape, a figure 5 forms a tattered void in the coloring. Through it, you confirm it's your discharge from Saginaw. You make out one item under admitted belongings. Warding talisman, Anishinaabe tribe. Okay, so that wasn't really that interesting. We probably don't even want to grab that with us. What we want to do, though, is we're going to go and kill Queen Liza. Okay, yeah, she does have a military rifle in her stuff, so we're just going to take cover. Okay, you know what? Is she... Okay, she's offering a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to advance undercover. We'll see how long it takes before she actually starts shooting at us. Yeah, she's just offering the ceasefire, and we're just gonna be... Oh, right, damn, there she... Now she shot us. Okay. And we're stunned immediately. Right, so... Yeah, we're just gonna keep advancing undercover. And hoping that she will not be hitting us. She did hit. So, didn't manage to kill Queen Liza. She did have an assault rifle, so that's yeah, something that I really should have thought about. But yeah, at least we got some vengeance on some of the blue frogs. I feel like that might be enough NEO Scavenger for a while. We might be playing something else next time. But yeah, I'm Carp. This has been NEO Scavenger. Goodbye, world. Thanks for watching. See you next time.